ba'y sigurado? Ikaw ba'y protektado? Ang pamilya ay i-shield mo.
Laban sa bakterya,
I-shield mo.
laban ng pati virus,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Patay ang 99.9% of bacteria and virus tested. Bilib ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association.
sa sakit protektado,
I-shield mo.
pamilya'y protektado,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Si Mommy at si Washing Machine believe sa Pride Washing Machine Detergent.
Hello, Washi!
Hello, Mommy!
Laundry day na naman! Ready ka na sa mancha, chocolate, putik, libag?
Kaya yan ang Pride Washing Machine Detergent. May triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon!
All you need is pride. All you need is pride.
Pride Detergent, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Para di madaling masira ang ngipin ng pamilya, ngayon pa lang,
Unique toothpaste for brushing every after kumain.
dahil ang unique toothpaste, may Max Protect formula.
Ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protektado pa.
Helps stop cavities even before they start, while keeping breath fresh with regular use.
Unique toothpaste for brushing para siguraduhin ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protektado pa. Unique.
Max Alaga, Max Protectado with unique toothpaste maximum fluoride protection. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Always remember, sa paglinis, pakintabin ang sahig. Mrs. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Kitang na to the max.
Star Wax, ang #1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Pasyahan man sa tubig, balikining ang sa loob.
Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Kitang na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
DYKB Radio
Program. Ito ay matapos inihayag ni Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. ang ginawang pagpupulong sa mga opisyal ng Mitsubishi Motors Corporation sa Tokyo. Kailangan masusing pag-aralan ng nabanggit na mungkahi dahil ito ay sa gitna ng pagsisikap ng administrasyon na makahikayat ng mamumuhunan. Nakasaad sa CARS program, kailangang tumugon sa minimum volume target sales ng 200,000 units ang mga kumpanyang naka-enroll upang makakuha ng incentives mula sa pamahalaan. Maliban sa Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation, naka-enroll din ang Toyota Motors Philippines sa CARS program.
Samantala, pinapayagan na ang mga limitadong biyahe mula sa ilang istasyon ng Araneta Center Bus Terminal dulot ng sunog sa Cubao. Ayon sa Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board o LTFRB, aabot sa mahigit 200 modern jeeps ang gumagamit na sa nabanggit na terminal. Dahil sa hindi naman anya masyadong naapektuhan ang terminal ng naturang jeep. Samantala, wala pang anunsyo kung kailan maibabalik ang normal na operasyon para sa mga provincial buses.
Nagbabala naman ang Department of Agriculture Central Luzon o DA Region 3 na dapat i-monitor ng mga magsasaka ang mga peste at sakit na karaniwang umaatake sa mga pananim tuwing unang quarter ng taon. Ayon sa DA, batay sa historical data, ay kabilang sa mga kumakalat mula Enero hanggang Marso ay ang mga daga, rice black bug, brown plant hopper, rice stem borer at bacterial leaf blight. Kasama naman sa mga posibleng tamaan ay ang mga lalawigan ng Aurora, Bataan, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga at Tarlac. Ngunit nilinaw naman ng DA na kung madedetect ng maaga ay maiiwasan ng pagkalat ng mga peste at pagkakaroon ng outbreak.
Samantala, nakatanggap ng libreng pataba ang nasa 234 farmers mula sa lokal na pamahalaan ng Tarlac City at Department of Agriculture o DA. Ayon kay Mayor Christy Angeles, tinatayang 3,852 bags ng urea fertilizers ang naipamamahagi na sa mga magsasaka na naapektuhan ng Super Typhoon Carding at Bagyong Paeng na parehong tumama sa bansa noong nakaraang taon. Maliban dito, sinabi ni Angeles na pumalo naman sa 64 farmers ang nakatanggap ng cheque na nagkakahalaga ng 689,868 pesos mula sa Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation bilang bayad pinsala dahil sa mga nagdaang bagyo.
Nakipagpulong naman ang Department of Social Welfare and Development o DSWD sa National Authority for Child Care o NACC upang magkatugma ang kanilang mga programa para sa kapakanan ng mga batang kinupkop sa Child Caring Agencies o CCA at sa Child Placing Agencies o CPA. Ito'y upang masiguro ang mga programang ipinagkaloob sa mga ipapaampong bata. Kasabay nito ay pinaalalahanan ni NACC Undersecretary Janela Ejercito Estrada ang CCA at CPA na tiyakin kung mayroon silang kaukulang DSWD registration para mag-operate. Tiniyak din ng Standard Bureau ng DSWD na i-monitor ang pagsunod sa akreditasyon ng CCA at CPA.
4:12 na po ng hapon, nasabat ng mga otoridad ang mahigit 1.6 million pesos na halaga ng smuggled cigarettes sa magkakahiwalay na operasyon sa Lanao del Sur at Zamboanga, Sibugay. Ayon kay Colonel Richard Perceles, Operations Chief ng Area Police Command Western Mindanao, walang naarestong mga sospek sa mga nasabing anti-smuggling operations. Unang nakumpiska ang 116 master cases ng sigarilyo na nagkakahalaga ng 1.6 million pesos sa Barangay Tambara sa Malabang, Lanao del Sur, na sinundan ng isa pang operasyon sa Barangay Bliss, Buog, Zamboanga, Sibugay, kung saan 30 rims naman ang nasabat ng mga pulis. At sa kaugnay na balita, nakumpiska ng Philippine Coast Guard o PCG ang 5 balikbayan boxes na naglalaman ng hindi deklaradong sigarilyo. Tinatayang aabot sa mahigit 1 milyong piso ang halaga ng sigarilyong nasabat sa MV Filipinas Pier 1 sa Cebu City. Ayon sa Cocalyong Shipping Lines, naglalaman ng talong o eggplants ang balikbayan boxes patungong Cagayan de Oro. Ngunit sa inventory, na-recover ng mga otoridad ang mahigit 10,000 pakete ng undeclared cigarettes na may market value na 1,028,000 pesos. Agad naman itong na-turn over ng PCG Station Central Cebu sa Bureau of Customs o BOC para sa tamang disposisyon. 4:50 na po ng hapon mga ka-IZ. Magbabalik po ang IZ Balita panghapong edisyon.
Ang time check na ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Eternal Plans. Your future is our concern. IZ Balita. IZ Balita. Nationwide.
Aliu Broadcasting Corporation is inviting candidates for the following job vacancies: accounting assistant, graduate of BS Accountancy, at least 1 year experience as accounting assistant, knowledge in process of payables, receivables, and credit and collection, analytical and result-oriented. HR and admin assistant, graduate of psychology or HR management course with 1 year solid work experience in doing recruitment and administrative work in a radio business setup, analytical, detailed, and result-oriented. Interested applicants may personally submit their comprehensive resume and other credentials to Aliu Broadcasting Corporate Office, located at the 5th floor, City State Center, 709 Shaw Boulevard, Pasig City, or email at abc.hrmd@gmail.com. Ngayong pandemya, alagaan ang kalusugan. Uminom ng 8 hanggang 12 baso ng tubig at regular na mag-ehersisyo. Huwag kalimutang magsuot ng face mask at face shield kung lalabas. At ipatupad ang 1 hanggang 2 metrong distancing. Isang paalala mula sa MX3. Be extraordinary with MX3.
Ako si Candida Canay, pastry chef. Bilib ako sa MX3, kaya ako umiinom ng MX3.
Ako si Jacob Layan, online host. Iba talaga ang alagang MX3. Bilib ako sa MX3, kaya ako'y umiinom ng MX3.
Ako po si Chef Jojo Javier. Life is sweeter with MX3. Bilib ako sa MX3, kaya ako ay umiinom ng MX3.
MX3 is locally recognized, award-winning internationally. Be extraordinary with MX3.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Come on, let's go to Isuzu Jaguars. You won't regret it. Come on, let's go to Isuzu Jaguars. We've got your back. Isuzu Jaguars, your partner through it all. Isuzu Jaguars. Isuzu Jaguars. Isuzu Jaguars. Let's journey together.
Visit Isuzu Gencars Makati, Isuzu Santa Rosa, Isuzu Batangas Santo Tomas, Isuzu Batangas City, Isuzu San Pablo, Isuzu Legazpi, and Isuzu Naga.
Ito po ang inyong lingkod, TV Magpayo. Samahan po ninyo ako sa palatuntunang Bella Filipina. May kwentuhan, tugtugan, at awitan. Mga himig nating napakagaganda. Halina po tayo'y magtipan. Bella Filipina, tuwing linggo sa DWIZ 882.
Papalakas ng papalakas, palinaw ng palinaw, mga balita at impormasyong naiintindihan dahil malinaw mong nalaman. Tutok lang sa DWIZ mula umaga hanggang gabi. Updated on air and online. DWIZ, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. DWIZ.
IZ Balita. IZ Balita. Nationwide.
Oras na 4:18 ng hapon, kami pa rin po ang inyong mga kasama sa balitaan.
Ako po si Hana Oledan.
Ako naman po si Kim Gomez. Samantala, dakuan natin ang mga balita mula sa probinsya.
Ronda Probinsya.
41 cruise ships nakatakdang bumisita sa Mimaropa. Ihahatid na balita yan ni Ron Lozano. Magandang hapon, Ron.
Magandang hapon. 41 o 41 cruise ships ang nakatakdang dumating at bumisita sa Mimaropa region. Ito yung mga lugar ng Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon at Palawan. Ngayong taon, ayon sa Mimaropa Department of Tourism, pinakamarami dito ang lugar ng Puerto Princesa sa Palawan kung saan 22 cruise ships ang inaasang darating na may sakay na pasaherong aabot naman sa 34,000 na katao ngayong taon. Noong February 9, dumating naman ang kauna-unahang cruise ship sa Puerto Princesa City matapos ngang saraduhan ang mga border dito dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic. Dumating rin sa Romblon ang luxury cruise ship na Silver Shadow ng Silver Sea Cruises matapos matigil ang pagdating ng mga cruise ship sa probinsya dahil na rin sa COVID-19 pandemic. Sakay ng cruise ship ang aabot sa 330 na guests mula sa iba't ibang bansa. Nakikipag-ugnayan naman ang DOT Mimaropa Region sa lahat ng concerned local government units para sa inahandang excursion sa mga pasahero at para maipakita rin ang Filipino brand of service excellence maging yung highlights ng sining at kultura ng bawat lugar sa Mimaropa na pagdadaungan naman ng mga nasabing barko. Mula Mimaropa at Southern Tagalog, ito si Ron Lozano, nagulat para sa impilang may todong lakas DWIC, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Maraming salamat, Ron. Samantala, US Ambassador to the Philippines, pinasyala ng ilan lamang sa mga tourist spots sa Ilocos Norte. Ang buong detalye ng mga balita ay ihahatid ni Ronald Idol Domingo mula sa Ilocos Norte. Ronald?
Pagbisita dito sa Ilocos Norte ang pangunahing layunin ni US Ambassador to the Philippines, Mary Carl Luz Carlson. Una rito, mainit na sinalubong ni Governor Macho Marcos Manotoc ang US Ambassador at ang kanyang grupo sa Lawag International Airport. Ipinasyal ito ng gobernador sa Malacanang of the North kung saan tuwang-tuwa ang mga ito dahil sa napakaganda ang nasabing lugar. Inangaan din ng US Ambassador ang Ilocos Norte, ang maigapang lugar na maganda at sa mga magagandang tanawin. Binisita din niya ang St. Agustin Pawi Church sa Pawi, Ilocos Norte kung saan sinalubong din ni Namos Reverend Renato Mayugba kasama sina Reverend Monsignor Romualdo Batuon, Reverend Father Erickson Jose at si Reverend Father Richmond Carl Balicoco. Nagtungo rin ang nasabing opisyal sa iba pang mga lugar kabilang ang Burgos, Ilocos Norte kung saan gagawin ang balikatan exercises sa susunod na buwan ng Abril. Mula dito sa Ilocos Norte, ito si Ronda Patrol, Ronald Aidon Domingo, nag-uulat para simpilang may tulong lakas, DWIC, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Maraming salamat Ronald Idol Domingo. Samantala, 50 katao arestado sa ikinasang operasyon ng PNP sa Batangas. Ang balitang ihahatid na yan ni Mar Olete. Magandang hapon, Mar.
Yes, magandang hapon. 50 nga arestado sa ikinasang police operation ng Philippine National Police Batangas sa loob ito ng isang linggo. At ito nga naarestong ito ay ng mga tauhan ng police sa provincial office sa ilalim ng paumuno ni Batangas Police Provincial Office Provincial Director Colonel Pedro Daupan Suliba sa ilalim naman ng pangunguna ng Calabarzon Regional Director na si Brigadier General Jose Melencio Nartates Jr. Batay sa ulat na ipinatupad ng mga operatiba ng Batangas sa PPO, ang 15 warrant of arrest na nagresulta sa pagkakadakip ng 15 wanted person na may iba't ibang kaso, kabilang dito ang dalawang tinaguriang most wanted person o MWP na kasama sa listahan ng provincial municipal level. Umabot naman sa 29 ang mga aresto dahil sa paglabag sa Republic Act 9165 o Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act of 2002 at nakuha sa mga drug personalities na ito ang nasa 9.82 gramo ng hinalang shabu at 16.8 gramo ng marijuana na may dangerous drug board na 69,774. Samantala, sa 6 na operasyon kontra illegal na sugal ay nagresulta naman ito sa pagkakadakip ng 14 na individual kung saan ay nasamsam sa mga ito ang nasa 15,350 na vet money. Mayroon ring mga naresto dahil sa illegal na pagmamay-ari ng baril kung saan nakuha rito ang isang kalibre 38 na revolver na walang serial number. Pasalamat naman ang ipinahayag ni Colonel Saliba sa Batangas sa PNP sa tuloy-tuloy na pagpapatupad ng batas at pagsagawa ng mga police operation para sa kaligtasan kaisa ng komunidad at gayon din ang buong lalawigan ng Batangas. Dahil nga rito ang mamayan ng Batangas aniya ay lagi naming sinisikap na maging mapayapa at tahimik upang nang sa ganoon ay masasabi nating ang lalawigan ng Batangas ay under control natin pagdating sa droga at mga illegal gambling. At yan ang aking Ronda Report mula rito sa lalawigan ng Batangas. Marlete nagulat, simpilang may tono lakas. Dito po liya nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Maraming salamat, Mar Olete. Samantala, bangkay ng lalaking natagpuan sa Abukay, Bataan, hindi pa rin nakikilala. Ang buong detalye ng mga balita o ng balitang yan ay ihahatid ni June Bringula. June?
Yun ay hindi pa rin nakikilala ang bangkay na isang lalaki natagpuan sa may sitio Grego sa Barangay Kalaylayan sa Abukay, Bataan. Ayon dito sa Abukay PNP, ang biktima ay nasa edad na 20 hanggang 30 anyos. Maiksi ang buhok at kulay blonde, may itatuto sa kanyang binti at gayon din sa kanyang kanang braso na mukha ni Hitler. Ayon pa rin sa ulat, yung biktima ay nakasuot ng walking short na kulay asol at itim na t-shirt. May paniwala ang Abukay Police na yung biktima ay pinatay sa ibang lugar at tinapo lamang sa naturang area dahil wala silang nakitang mga bakas ng dugo o ng sariwang dugo. Sa ngayon nga ay wala pa rin umangkin o nagtutungo man lang sa plenarya para kilalanin ang naturang biktima. Niliwanag din ng tropa ng PNP na itong natagpuang patay ay hindi naman dayuhan at mukha namang lehitimong Pilipino. Sa ngayon nga yung bangkay ng biktima ay nasa tungkol funeral sa may bahagi ng Kataning sa Hermosa, Bataan. Ronda Patrol, June Bringula sa Impila Metodo Lakas, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Salamat Salamat June Bringola. Samantala, mahigit 100 bahay ang natupok ng sunog sa Barangay Addition Hills sa lungsod ng Mandaluyong kaninang umaga. Ayon sa Fire Marshal ng Mandaluyong City na si Fire Superintendent Nazruddin Kablayan, itinaas sa ikalawang alarma ang sunog dahil sa mabilis na pagkalat ng apoy. Tinatayang aabot sa 8 milyong piso ang mga ari-arian ang natupok sa sunog. Samantala, walang naitalang nasugatan o nasawi sa insidente habang wala ring nadamay na iba pang establishmento maliban sa naturang residential area.
Naaagnas sa bangin sa Tanay Rizal ang 11 nawawalang senior citizen mula sa Quezon City. Kinilala naman ni Quezon City Police District o QCPD Director Police Brigadier General Nicolas Torre III ang biktima na si Edilberta Boruel Gomez, 79 na taong gulang. Ayon sa mga otoridad, 1 buwan nang pinaghahanap ng kanyang pamilya ang biktima. Ayon kay Torre, nahanap ang bangkay ng biktima dahil sa natanggap nilang impormasyon hinggil sa nakasabit na kalansay sa bangin sa nasabing lalawigan. Sa kanilang isinagawang cursory examination, napag-alamang may tama ng bala ng baril sa likod ng ulo ang lola, kaya posibleng pinatay ito saka itinapon sa bangin. Bagamat mayroon na silang persons of interest, ay wala pa anya silang konkretong ebidensya. Samantala ay patuloy na mga nagsasagawa ng follow-up operation sa mga otoridad upang mapabilis ang investigasyon at pagkakadakip sa mga salarin.
IZ Balita! IZ Balita! Nationwide! Balita sa ibang bansa.
At para sa balita sa ibang bansa, inaasahang dodoble pa ang bilang ng mga naitalang nasawi dahil sa magnitude 7.8 na lindol na yumanig sa Turkey at Syria mula sa kasalukuyang bilang na 28,191. Ayon kay UN Relief Chief Martin Griffiths, mahirap sa ngayong tansyahin ang eksaktong bilang ng mga namatay dahil kailangan malaman pa kung ilan ang mga natabunan ng mga gusali, ngunit tiyakan niya na dodoble o higit pa ang magiging bilang nito. Nabatid na batay sa pinakahuling tala, nasa 24,617 na ang napaulat na nasawi dahil sa lindol mula sa Turkey at 3,574 naman ang mula sa Syria.
Sa sports!
Para sa balita sa pampalakasan, tinambakan ng talk and text tropang Giga ang Terra Firma Jeep sa score na 131-109 sa nagpapatuloy na PBA Governors Cup kahapon sa Mawa Arena sa Pasay City. Pinangunahan naman ng import na si Jalen Hudson ang pagkapanalo ng koponan matapos itong mag-ambag ng 36 points habang may 26 markers naman si Mikey Williams. Samantala nakapag-ambag naman ang pinakamaraming puntos ang Jeep import na si Jordan Williams na may 38 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists at 3 steals.
Sa health news.
At para sa pangkalusugan, bukod sa hydrating, mayaman din sa nutrisyon at mineral ang coconut water. Mayaman ito sa carbohydrates, sugar, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus at potassium. Mayroon din itong antioxidant properties na nakakatulong upang malabanan ang pagkakaroon ng cancer. Bukod dito, nakakatulong din ito upang mapababa ang blood pressure ng isang tao at napipigilan din ito ang pagkakaroon ng kidney stones. Iniinom din ito ng mga may sakit tulad ng urinary tract infection o UTI dahil isa itong natural diuretic o nakakatulong upang ma-flush out ang mga bakterya sa pamamagitan ng madalas na pag-ihi.
Sa entertainment o trending news.
Para sa latest sa showbiz, ikinasal na ang Ben & Ben member na si Miguel Benjamin Guico at ang girlfriend nito ni si Karel Bulan. Sa Instagram, ibinahagi ng guitarist-vocalist ang ilang larawan ng kanilang kasal kasama ang mga miyembro ng kanilang banda. Sa caption ay nilagay ni Miguel ang makabuluhang lyrics mula sa kanilang kantang Araw-Araw. Nagpaabot naman ng kani-kanyang pagbati ang mga fans at kasamahan nila sa industriya na masaya sa naging pag-iisang dibdib ng dalawa. Ay, congrats po kay Miguel at kay Karel Bulan.
Happy wedding! At sumayin po ang isa pang edisyon ng IZ Balita panghapong edisyon. Kami po ang naging tagapagbalita.
Si Hana Oledan nagbabalita ng tama.
Ako naman po si Kim Gomez, naglilingkod ng tama. Magandang hapon Pilipinas at maraming salamat.
IZ Balita. IZ Balita. Nationwide. Patuloy na naglilingkod sa bayan. Mas todong pagpabalita. Mas todong pagseserbisyo publiko. Ito ang DWIZ 882. Mas todong lakas. Mas pinakihinggan ng buong bansa.
Papalakas ng papalakas, palinaw ng palinaw. Mga balita at impormasyong naiintindihan dahil malinaw mong nalaman. Tutok lang sa DWIZ. Mula umaga hanggang gabi. Updated on air and online. DWIZ. Nagbabalita ng tama. Naglilingkod ng tama.
DWIZ. Negosyo tips ba ang hanap mo habang ikay nagmumuni-muni? Mga impormasyong makakatulong sa iyo para makausad sa inaasam na pangkabuhayan o mga diskarteng walang lugi kahit anong mangyari. Litong-lito ka pa rin kung paano sisimulan ang pinapangarap mong negosyo o uusad ang ngayoy pangkabuhayan mo na. Huwag mag-alala, sagot yan lahat ni Lito Gabdi. Kaya tutok na mga ka-IZ sa programang Financial District tuwing linggo alas 4:30 ng hapon hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Dito lang sa DWIZ 882. Live ring mapapanood sa Facebook at YouTube channel ng DWIZ. Financial District. Financial District. Financial District.
Okay, we're on air. Happy Sunday. We're back. Good afternoon.
With us, maganda to, magaling. Startup Village.
Yes, that's right. Mr. Carlo Calimon, founder and director of the Startup Village. Siguro, Carlo, first, of course, maraming salamat. Thanks for guesting on our program. Tagal ko na itong hinahabol dito. Busy eh. So, maraming salamat.
Thank you. Mukhang runner eh. Ganda ng build.
Anyway, yun nga, inimbita ka namin dito, Carlo, kasi we wanted, again, our show kasi, our program, it's all about inspiring Filipinos to look into starting their own businesses, right? Yeah. So, and that's why we're inviting many people that are working inside the startup scene. Pero siguro before we get started, can you explain siguro to our audience what is a startup ba? Ano ba ang startup muna before we jump into what the Startup Village is all about?
Okay, so tamang-tama no. First, magandang hapon sa lahat ng nanonood at nakikinig. Happy to be here and thanks Jerry and Tito for inviting me. Tamang-tama binanggit ninyo yung advocacy na pagtulong at pag-encourage ng mga negosyante or aspiring entrepreneurs to take the leap, no? Kasi I've been doing that for 17 years already.
Wow.
Right? So backstory before we get into Startup Village, I've been in the entrepreneurship scene for the past 17 years.
Wow.
Kasama ako sa grupo na nag-integrate ng entrepreneurship sa National High School curriculum. Okay. So yung framework na ginagamit ang DepEd, ako actually gumawa nun from 2006 to 2012.
Wow.
I go around the country teaching even at the grassroots level paano magsimula ng negosyo, whether it's with DTI, with Go Negosyo or other foundations and organizations. And ako mismo ay entrepreneur din. So kaya nabuo si Startup Village dahil we wanted to encourage more people to start up, right?
Okay.
To really start their own respective businesses. Normally, kapag pinag-uusapan natin ang pagiging startup, ang startup ay normally yung nagsisimulang negosyo. Pero sa modern na definition, normally ang definition niya may nakadugtong na technology. Right? So gumagamit ng digital, yung mga apps, yung mga ganung platform, basta anything na may coding, kaya techie, high-tech, right? But kami sa Startup Village, medyo in-expand namin yung definition.
Okay.
Sa amin lang, importante lang is may innovation na involved. Right? Kasi normally, actually, gano'n naman ang entrepreneurship eh. Entrepreneurship is not just being about pagiging negosyante, pagiging businessman, but it's all about creating something new and something different, right? Whether you're addressing problems in your community, seeing gaps na pwedeng pagtungunan ng pansin, nagagawa mo ng produkto at serbisyo, right? Pero angat sa iba, level up. Kasi meron tayong nakikita mga negosyo na alam niyo naman yung nakikiuso o yung gaya-gaya lang, which in the long term, hindi siya nagiging sustainable kasi may limitasyon yung kakayahan nung nanggagaya na manggaya. Okay. Kasi 'di ba yung original at saka yung may vision na may pangarap at alam na niya, ito yung pupuntahan itong negosyo nito in the future, ito yung development ng produkto. Planado na niya. So may capability siya na i-level up. Yung mga gaya-gaya parang nakaabang lang, hinihintay ko anong gagawin hanggang sa punto na ay sandali lang. Wala na akong makina, wala na akong capability, wala na akong technology. Hindi ko na, sasarang ko na yan. Right? Kasi tapos na yung trend. Pero, meron din yung mga entrepreneurs tayo nakikita na, may nauna nga. Right? Pero sa kanila, yung mentality nila, I can do it better.
Yan.
So, level up. Right? So, doon na nagkakaroon ng magandang labanan. Yung dalawang yung mga entrepreneurs yun, kasi di ba nagko-compete na sila, which is great.
Okay. So,
when we talk about a startup, it's all about coming up with something new and something different, something innovative.
Oh, okay. So, again, para sa ating audience nga, so it's not anymore limited to the digital space. Hindi na kailangan techie, di ba? Basta you have a great idea, it's innovative, ay pwede sila lumapit sa Startup Village at humingi ng tulong.
Pwede. In fact, minsan may mga pagkakataon, may mga lumalapit sa amin, kunwari, lumapit sa amin, sabi na, may maganda akong idea, gusto ko magtayo ng negosyo, pero app yung yung basihan niya. Gagawa ko ng bagong app. Pero dahil sa proseso namin, dun sa aming framework na ginagamit, nare-realize sila na, sandali lang, hindi yata bagay sa akin to. Hindi yata to para sa akin. Pero hindi ibig naman sabihin nun, hindi kita tutulungan. Mas lalo kitang tutulungan para mahanap mo kung ano yung angkop para sa'yo. Okay. Right? Kung kay technology siya o kay traditional siya. Pero ang challenge parati is, paano ka magiging level up dun sa nauna sa'yo?
Okay, yung Startup Village, di ba yan ang tinatawag na accelerator, incubator, accelerator, di ba? Anong ibig sabihin nun? For our audience.
Sure. So, ang incubator and accelerator, dalawang bahagi yan. Kung titingnan natin yung buhay ng isang negosyo, yung simulang portion niya, habang binubuo pa yung tinatawag nating business model, right? Ayun yung part na dinidiscover pa kung sino yung totoong customer, ano ba yung produktong angkop para sa kanila, and so on, ano ba yung problema, totoong problema na kailangan natin solusyonan. Ang ginagawa ni Startup Village is, ini-incubate namin yung mga ideas na ito para malaman kung ano ba talaga yung papatok sa market. Kasi kapag ka nakaisip tayo ng idea, hindi naman tayo basta, okay, gawin na natin kaagad. Masalo na kapag pinag-uusapan natin innovation and tech. Kailangan pag-aralan, kailangan ma-validate o alamin natin kung talagang may pangangailangan ba talaga dito. So, dun sa prosesong yun, habang nagsisimula, habang kino-convert natin yung idea into a prototype or what we call a minimum viable product na po pwede nating ilako at ibenta, ayun yung initial phase na ini-incubate natin para matulungan silang makapunta from point A to point B.
So may market testing pala
May
yan?
market testing pala doon. So nagsisimula pa lang. Dahil nangyayari yung initial na parang, hindi muna ako mag-register kasi binubuo ko yan. But eventually, i-register ko na kasi mukhang meron na.
Okay.
So we incubate them with our programs. And then when we talk about the accelerator, ayan na yung, na-validate ko na yung market.
Okay.
Medyo meron na akong nakukuhang customer. Alam ko na yung gusto nila. Paano ko ba to i-expand sa ibang lugar?
Okay.
Basically, ang acceleration is how do we accelerate you faster to expand to more markets faster?
Okay.
So, iba-ibang programa naman yun. So, yun yung pagkakaiba lang ng dalawa. But essentially, kung titingnan nyo, dugtong siya. From start to finish, from ideation to launch up to the point that we can help you grow the company.
And then kanina, before we enter the program, may pinag-usapan tayo na there are certain instances where you yourself also invest.
Yes.
In which case you become an investor do sa isang startup. How do you invest and how do you decide what to invest and why will you invest? Parang ganun.
So, marami pong factors na pinag-iisipan tayo o tinitingnan before we actually make that choice. In fact, hindi automatic sa amin na pagka sumama ka sa programa namin, automatic na, may shares na ako dyan na, automatic mag-i-invest ako dyan na. Bakit? Kasi kailangan ko munang alamin o kailangan mo nating alamin kung bagay ba tayo. Right? Kasi ang pagnenegosyo, it's also about finding the right people that you can work with, di ba? May mga taong may pera, pero hindi ibig sabihin na may pera, kukunin mo na agad yan. Kasi kailangan muna, alam mo, magkakasundo kayo. Dapat alamin mo na pareho kayo ng vision, pareho kayo ng values. Kasi otherwise, kapag nagnenegosyo na kayo together bilang magka-partner,
yes.
Ayan na, ay mga away kasi hindi kayo aligned o hindi kayo nagkakasundo. So, for us, hindi automatic yun. So, when we find people, when they go through the programs, kinikilatis din natin sila, right? Makikita namin kung ano yung bagay sa atin. Kasi hindi na naman lahat ng negosyo kaya natin pasukan din.
Okay.
Right? Hindi naman lahat bagay sa'yo. Makikita mo, may opportunity dito. Mukhang okay yan, pero baka hindi sa akin yan. Right? Pero ito, mas alam ko to, mas bagay sa akin to. O sige, pag-usapan natin. Mas lalo na kapag nakikita pa natin na okay pa yung mga founders. Kasi alam naman natin sa pagnenegosyo, especially for startups, yung idea natin over time pwede magbago. Yung execution pwede magbago. Pero yung founders, yung values niya, kung paano siya mag-isip, kung paano siya dumiskarte, paano siya lumalaban kahit na hirap na siya, yun, di magbabago yun. Right? So, kadalasan, when we talk to investors, especially in the very early stages, na nagsisimula pa lang, marami sa kanila, ang ini-investan talaga is yung tao. Right? Siyempre, nandyan na yung idea, nandyan na yung konsepto, pero yung idea, ay yung tao talaga ang...
So, they become just industrial partners?
May iba't ibang model. Merong mga investor na, hindi, kailangan, active ako. Right? Okay. Meron naman strategic. Kasi meron ng ibang negosyo. So, kung nag-invest sila, gusto lang nila na merong tulong dun sa main business nila. So, strategic.
Okay. Yep.
Pero meron din yung passive na parang, naniniwala lang ako sa ginagawa ninyo. So,
ito pera.
Oo, ito pera. Diba? Tapos, naniniwala naman ako sa inyo. So, hindi, since malalim ang balon nila, okay lang, di ba?
Okay.
May ganun din, right? Pero, kadalasan ngayon, masalo na sa mga panahon ngayon, medyo mas makilatis ang mga may pera ngayon.
Okay.
Right? Kasi alam naman natin yung sitwasyon natin locally and globally, right? So, medyo kapit pa, right? So, yung mga investors will normally invest in the traditional instruments, right? But we do encourage them to still look at a startup. Kasi kailangan
how do you convince them? I mean, how do you convince these investors to part with their money, with their cash? Are there ways? And then, how do you decide na ito kailangan may perang malaki? Ganun.
Ano yan eh?
Wait, Carlo, sorry. We'll have to hold that because we just need to go to commercial break. Well, but please answer that right after the commercial break.
Financial District. Sabayan ang kainan ng mga may ini-trending viral na mga balita. Tumambay sa isang programa na anli ang pagbibigay ng balita at impormasyon. Nasa opisina ka man, nasa labas, nakasakay papunta kung saan. On air at online. DWIZ. Balitang Bayan. Tama. Kasama ang mga pangalang pinagkakatiwalaan ng bayan. Si David Oro at si John Ibanez. Pakinggan nationwide sa lahat ng DWIZ sa buong Pilipinas. Panoorin din ang live sa Aliw 23 sa DWIZ Facebook, YouTube at DWIZ News website. DWIZ Balitang Bayan. Updated, bagong-bago mga balitang wala pa sa wall mo. DWIZ Balitang Bayan. Ito na ang opisyal na tambayan natin. DWIZ Balitang Bayan. Monday to Friday, 12 noon.
Tatanggap ng package? Sa ML Moves by Emily Willier? Easy lang yan! 1. Pumunta sa designated branch. 2. Ibigay ang tracking number at valid ID. 3. Pirmahan ang receiving receipt at kunin ang package. Ang dali, di ba? Dito ka na sa ML Moves. Maasahan lagi. Emily Willier, tulay ng pamilyang Pilipino.
Visit the M. Lulier official website, www.mlulier.com for more details.
Ani ang usa sa mga nakasulay o gamit sa iBerry?
Ako si Carl de Venegracia, gatrabaho sa call center.
Unsa ganito ang imong problema sa mata?
Usahay, magka-migraine ako. Sa akong trabaho, pirmi ko expose sa mga monitors o sa mga gadgets, mauna na ko'y problema sa akong mga mata.
So, sa pagkakaroon, unsa nang imong paminaw sa sige gamit sa iBerry?
Katong nakadungog ko aning iBerry, akong itistingan og tumari. In 1 week, og diha na ko nakabantay nga di na maghaptos akong mga mata.
Okay.
Og wala na magluha-luha.
So, imo lang nigipadayon og pag-inom?
Dili na po maglabad akong ulo, mao gipadayon akong inom ang iBerry pang maintenance sa akong mata.
Okay.
Sulayi ang pinakabago nga iBerry Gold na akini og 10mg nga lutein. Mas barato kaysa sa uban nga brand. Ang iBerry Gold mapalit sa inyong suking butika.
Ato paminawon ang usa ka pasyente nga nigamit og iBerry.
Hello po, Worthy. Taga Mindanao po.
Unsa ganito ang imong problema sa mata?
Astigmatism daw, ana.
Aha.
Radiation dito sa kuan ka ng cellphone, TV. Sabi kayo, pakit akong ulo, pakit akong mata, sabi akong kasilaw sa una. Naghantos po.
So, sa pagkakaroon, unsa nang imong paminaw sa sige gamit sa iBerry?
After breakfast and after dinner,
okay.
Pagkat akong i-try, nagkalma din ang sakit. Mautong kaya na-feel na akong nawala na dito akong kuan. Grabe nga, problema na ako sa akong kuan. Sakit sa akong ulo nga, mura na mabuak, anong mura bumba nga magbutin.
So, imo lang nagipadayon og pag-inom?
Karon, nagka-take hapon ko kay Berry, di na ako undangan.
Sulayi ang pinakabago nga iBerry Gold na akini og 10mg nga lutein. Mas barato kaysa sa uban nga brand. Ang iBerry Gold mapalit sa inyong suking butika.
February 13 was proclaimed as World Radio Day by the member states of UNESCO. Radio is a powerful and trusted medium and constitutes a platform for democratic discourse. The theme for World Radio Day 2023 is Radio and Peace. Radio stations shape public opinion. Professional radio moderates conflict and tension, preventing their escalation or bringing about reconciliation by explaining what is at stake and brokering dialogue among different groups in society. This February 13, let us celebrate World Radio Day. This message is brought to you by this station and the KBP.
Para sa mayo nga ka-bloom sa kahamot, testingan ang Charm Fabric Conditioner.
Charm Fat-Con, bangong kumaga-bloom. Charm Fat-Con, damit ay may bangon ng salibong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner with Stay Fresh technology. Bayo nga ka-bloom sa kahamot.
Charm Fat-Con, bangong kumaga-bloom. Charm Fat-Con, damit ay may bangon ng salibong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS
Pride Bar, hindi lang basta puti, kundi puti nga gahining.
Kung nilabhan sa Pride Bar Blue, ang puting abayo, mangin.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Sa Pride Bar Blue, pwede nga hindi na ako maglugong, anyel o bleach. Kaya ang Pride Bar Blue may power whitener nga nagasuksok sa kada hibla. Gani ang bayo kis na puti, kag mahalong pa sa kamot.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Pride Bar Blue with power whitener. Hindi lang puti, kis na puti. Pride Bar, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Buhay ay masaya pag ang hugasin ay easy, lalo na sa masebong kaldero at kawali.
Kaya mag-Smart Dishwashing Paste, pang heavy-duty hugasin.
Ang galing, galing, galing.
Smart!
Yan ang Smart Dishwashing.
May double tanggaling formula, tanggal galingan sebo at bakterya. Kaya ang Smart #1 Dishwashing Paste.
Ang galing, galing, galing.
Smart!
Yan ang Smart Dishwashing.
Smart Dishwashing Paste, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Sa panahon ngayon, kau ba'y sigurado? Kau ba'y protektado? Ang pamilya ay i-shield mo.
Laban sa bakterya,
I-shield mo.
laban ng pati virus,
I-shield mo.
Shield That Soap. Patay ang 99.9% of bacteria and virus tested. Bilib ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association.
sa sakit protektado,
I-shield mo.
pamilya protektado,
I-shield mo.
Shield That Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Si Mommy at si Washing Machine believe sa Pride Washing Machine Detergent.
Hello, Washi!
Hello, Mommy!
Laundry day na naman! Ready ka na sa mancha, chocolate, putik, libag?
Kaya yan ang Pride Washing Machine Detergent. May triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
All you need is pride. All you need is pride.
Pride Detergent, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Para di madaling masira ang ngipin ng pamilya, ngayon pa lang,
Unique toothpaste for brushing every after kumain.
dahil ang unique toothpaste, may Max Protect formula.
Ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protektado pa.
Helps stop cavities even before they start, while keeping breath fresh with regular use.
Unique toothpaste for brushing para siguraduhin ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protektado pa. Unique
Max Alaga, Max Protektado with unique toothpaste maximum fluoride protection. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Always remember, sa paglinis, pakintabin ang sahig. Mrs. Star Wax, Wax. Kitang na to the max.
Star Wax, ang #1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Pasyahan man sa tubig, balikining ang sa loob.
Star Wax, Wax. Kitang na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
BYKB Radio
So for us, we've been around for 6 years already.
Okay.
And over that time, to be honest, marami na dumaan sa mga programa namin.
Okay.
Some became successful, but unfortunately because of the pandemic, medyo maraming nagsara din. But this isn't just for Startup Village. Sa lahat ng mga kapareho namin, ganun din.
Yeah.
Pero maganda is, because also of the pandemic, while may mga nagsara, may mga nagbukas din. Right?
Okay.
So kasi ang tanda natin, pagsisimula ng startup o ng negosyo, normally, may nakikita tayong pagkukulang o may problema tayong gustong solusyonan.
Yep.
Right? Eh, nasara ng pandemic, ang daming problema nun. So, ang daming opportunity. May mga na-lay off man, may mga nawalan ng trabaho, pero dahil sa pangangailangan din, napilitan din magsimula ng bago. Right? So, for us, kasi marami po kami iba't ibang programa. Right now, I think within our programs alone, we have around mga 200 plus 300 startups na tinutulungan namin in various capacities.
Currently? Ongoing yan?
Ongoing.
Wow.
So how do you devote your, how do you oversee all of this 200?
Well, depende na po sa programa. So I have a team, a strong team naman that helps us. But at the same time, I think na gawa na rin natin ang sistema kung paano sila tulungan.
Okay. Well, can you walk us through siguro what is your selection or application process? Okay. Meron akong magandang innovative idea. Okay? Magandang idea. Ngayon, pupunta ako sa'yo, Carlo. Pupunta ako sa Startup Village. First, siguro, a lot of the times, pag maganda yung idea mo, people are worried about sharing it or divulging it.
Kasi baka
kunin mo yung idea. Yeah, I mean, this is natural, di ba? For anyone with a great idea. So, ano yung mga safeguards ba nila para hindi mangyari yun?
Ako personally, this has happened several times already na may mga lumalapit sa akin na sinasabi, I have a great idea. Meron pa nga isa I will never forget it. I have an idea. Can I get mentored? Can I get your feedback about it and so on? So, sige, sure. Nilabasan ako ng cellphone, right? Nilabas yung recorder ng cellphone. Binasinabi, if Carlo copies my idea, I can sue him. Ginanon ako. Sabi ko, sandali lang. Humingi ka na nangalangan ng tulong sa akin, didemanda mo pa ako. pero ang totoo dyan, ako naniniwala ako na if you have an idea, you need to constantly talk to the right people about it.
Okay.
Why? Kasi may tendency tayo that we fall in love with our ideas.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Na feeling natin sobrang perfect, sobrang okay siya. But other people can give you a different perspective, whether good or bad. Yeah. And that will help, nakakatulong yun sa paghulma nung konsepto, nung idea. Now, alam ko yung binabanggit na, natatakot ako kasi baka kopyahin yung idea ko.
Correct.
But remember, meron ding other angle tayong kailangan pag-isipan na if you keep on talking about it, tapos naunahan ka nung kausap mo, ano ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin nun, puro kaldaldal. Na wala kang ginagawa. Kung naunahan ka nung isa, right, ibig sabihin nun, mas kumilo siya kagad. Pero also remember, this is also sad thing also sometimes, di ba, na since you're a small entrepreneur, you're a startup, nagsimula ka sa baba, your resources are limited, and then there's a big company na sabihin nila, gayahin nyo na lang yan. Right? Talo ka dun. Bakit? Dahil may mga resources yung malalaki. Pero, may challenge din yung malalaki. Bakit? Kasi yung malalaki, they never had that vision for the product. Yes. Remember, Jer, alam mo to siguro na sa simula, normally, when we see a startup product outside, we're using it and so on. Normally, that's only version 1, version 2.
Correct.
Ayan yung panimula pa lang. Bakit? Kasi kailangan ilabas ko na sa market eh. Kailangan ko na mapagamit sa tao para malaman ko kung angkop sa nila at kaakit-akit sa. So I need to get it out there. Version 1 pa lang yun, version 2. Pero ang nasa utak ng founder, version 10, version 15. Right? Na hindi nakikita ng mga copycats.
Ayun.
Right? Kasi ito yung simula pa lang eh. Yung parang pampakiliti lang. Ito muna. Then, later on, yung talagang end goal version ganito. Kasi ito yung mas closer to the perfect. But also, you have to remember, there's also no such thing as a perfect product. Di ba?
Yeah.
Parang sabihin natin, kunwari, yung ating cellphone, nung unang lumabas yung smartphone, anong sabi natin? This is the perfect phone. I love it. And then, 1 year later, lumabas si 2. Wow, this is better than the last one. This is perfect. Then 3, 4. 14 na ngayon eh, di ba?
Correct, yes.
So, there's no such thing. But people are always pushing the envelope, di ba? And then trying to think what's next. So, yun lang yung talo ng mga copycats actually. Hindi nila naiisip yung dulo, naiisip lang nila yung nakikita nila.
Okay, yeah.
So,
again, I think that's very good advice talaga. So, for people out there with kung meron kayong magaling na idea, kailangan, you need to take the steps to implement it, di ba? To roll it out. Yes,
you have to do, you have to act.
Yeah. Okay, Carlo, fine, they come to you now. So, you decide that they pass your criteria, you welcome them into your program, so you validate the idea, right? How long will that take?
So,
usually in validation?
Like what I mentioned, depende sa programa namin.
Okay.
Meron kaming programa na mas open sa lahat, right? Meaning, hindi strict yung selection doon in the sense na if you have the desire to become a startup, if you want to become an entrepreneur, meron kang nagsisimulang idea, o meron ka nang nasimulan na konti, tatanggapin namin kayo. Kasi yung programa, yung incubation program namin is designed to help fine-tune kung ano man yung meron ka. Right? Kasi minsan, like what I said, bilib na bilib ko sa naisip mo, akala mo, alam mo na lahat, pero in fact, hindi pala.
Yes.
Or ang tanong ba doon is, ito ba yung karapat-rapat o bagay na startup idea para sa'yo? So, kasama din yun. So, we make you go through the process. Kasama na yung validation dun. So, that's more of an open program. Kasi we make you go through the process of self-mastery first. Understanding yourself, whether this is the right path or the right concept for you.
Okay.
Then, second part is understanding the market or environmental mastery. Understanding your customers and the general environment that you're in. And later on, basics of doing business.
Okay.
Right? Which is normally wala or hindi alam nung founder. So we make you go through that. That's why it's more open.
So how long will that take? But before you answer that, we'll just need to go on another commercial break.
Financial District. Nagbabalita, naglilingkod sa lahat ng Pilipino. Aliw Broadcasting Corporation sa Metro at Mega Manila at buong bansa. Ito ang 882 DWIZ. Noon hanggang ngayon, 73 taon nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
DWIZ Balita ngayon!
Nilunsad ng Happy or Not ang isang smiley feedback kiosk na gumagamit ng artificial intelligence na maaaring mag-decode ng data nang hindi inilalantad ang facial features ng customers. Kinalakay o tinatalakay ng bagong inobasyon ang pag-aalinlangan ng customer sa pagkilala kapag sila ay nakikipag-usap sa mga terminal. Ang susunod na henerasyon ng smiley feedback kiosk na may artificial intelligence o AI ay nagbibigay daan sa mga kumpanya na tukuyin at i-optimize ang mga karanasan sa lahat ng touchpoint sa pamamagitan ng real-time data feedback. Mula nang magsimula ito, ang Happy or Not ay nakatanggap ng mahigit 1.5 billion na feedback. Ang mga terminal nito na may smiley face ay nagsisilbi sa mahigit 4,000 na brand sa 135 na bansa. Kabilang ang Amazon, Google at Miami International Airport. Samantala, ang Aboitiz Power, Manila Doctors Hospital, Lexus Manila, MaxiCare at Watson's Philippines ay kabilang na sa mga lokal na kliyente nito. At para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882am.com at sundan ang aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIZ. Ito po si Kim Gomez.
DWIZ Balita ngayon!
DWIZ Financial District.
Yeah, so we're back. Carlo, yun nga, before we went on break nga, tinatanong ko, ano ba yung, gano'ng katagal ba yung entire process nga? Ayan, yung paglapit nga ng may magandang idea.
Tapos, ihingi mo na investor.
Yung validation, your coaching and mentoring.
So, program, it runs for 15 sessions.
15 sessions, okay.
Half-day sessions, once a week.
Okay.
Normally we do it
so 15 weeks yan?
15 weeks.
Okay.
Para at least we give you time to study and prepare and try
digest.
And
para
digest.
ma-absorb mo talaga yung
mga learnings. No? So, we normally have it on a Saturday. But we've also had occasions na because of the demand of our participants for that batch, we sometimes have weekday classes also. But normally in the evenings. Kasi ano naman natin yung iba, may trabaho pa and so on. Kasi meron din kami mga estudyante na nagkatrabaho pa and are just in the process of deciding to shift from employment to entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So we give that option also.
So, you're also a startup academy.
Essentially, we are because kami nung aking mga co-founders at business partners, we're all entrepreneur educators.
Okay.
Right? So I used to teach in universities, in AIM, in Assumption College, DLSU, even now, up to now at the Ateneo Graduate School of Business. My partners naman are gurus of entrepreneurship in AIM and Ateneo. So lahat kami, may puso sa pagtuturo talaga at pagme-mentor. Pero kami rin, nag-negosyo, which is great for the program. Why? Because when we designed the program as academics, we also designed it as practitioners. So if you look at the program and even the speakers that we have and the lineup of speakers that we normally tap, ano siya, practical yung approach. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng nakasulat sa libro totoong nangyayari sa totoong buhay. Right? Yung nangyayari sa libro, minsan guide lang yan eh. Pero sa totoong buhay, parang, ay, hindi naman yan yung sinabi sa libro. Pero at least alam mo yung pinagbumulan mo. Right? So, our sessions are a lot of it, parang sabihin na natin, very practical and wisdom-based already.
Yeah. So, maganda yan, Carlo. You not only talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait. How do you, let's go back to what Tito earlier asked nga, yung, okay, so you decide to take a idea on board, no? So, in exchange for helping them validate, and develop and improve on that idea and helping them master business and understanding their target market, I mean, what do you get in exchange for that?
So, for the incubation program, we do charge a tuition fee.
Oh, okay.
Right? Siyempre, kasi we also have to pay for the speaker's time and so on, right?
Okay.
So, may program fee tayo dyan.
Okay.
Now, in the future, when we find some of the startups that go to the program, parang, oy, okay to. Or may kakilala tayo na makakatulong dito. We play tama Valentine's di ba? We play matchmaker, right, to these startups so that they can get connections to the needed resources that they need. Whether it's additional mentorship from specific industry experts or even potential partners and clients na pwede nang makinabang dun sa konseptong ito para go to market nila. Or even to investors, as we were discussing, that can help finance, right, the growth of these organizations. Similarly, we also try to help them apply for grants, whether it's government or private grants that can help them as a substitute to...
may mga grants talaga. Philippine government and other...
based on the Philippine Startup Act, there are grants being implemented through DTI, DOST, and DICT. DICT, basically, well, it's about to be announced pa lang, waiting for the secretary's signature, but it's a early stage fund grant between 500,000 to 1 million. There's also the DOST Startup Grant Fund, which is up to 5 million pesos naman, pero pang mas mature na yon. Yung sa DICT para dun sa mga may MVP na, yung parang go to market validation pa lang. Yung sa DOST naman for level up, pang R&D at saka pang
mga packaging nakita ko.
Pang what do you call this, pang expansion na. Then DTI mas malaki na yung pondo doon, but that's really for a bigger growth.
And you do that for these startups also?
I'm sorry?
You do them for...
We try to help them get there, to be able to, what they call this, prepare them to participate and get...
You help them in the application process.
In the application process to prepare them and mentor them so that they have a higher likelihood of getting the grant also. Kasi that's an alternative to getting an investor or getting a loan or whatnot. No? And these resources are very limited as well kasi syempre may limitasyon din siya. So marami rin na nag-a-apply.
Okay. Aside from the government funding, are you tapping other resources, both siguro domestically or even foreign or within the region?
Yeah, we do have partner VCs and investors, not just locally but also globally, that we try to connect depending on what they're looking for as well. Kasi itong mga taong to, may kanya-kanya silang preferences.
Okay.
May mga industriya sila, tulad binanggit ko kanina, kung saan mas bagay sila. Dahil mas malaki yung knowledge nila o yung connection nila, di ba? So, mas strategic also for them.
And are they interested naman? Do you find that many foreign mga funders or investors are looking to the Philippines nga as a startup potential?
You'd be surprised. I think that, this past 2-3 years alone during the pandemic was actually the boom time for a lot of investors and VCs to be looking at the Philippines from an investment perspective. Dati, parang priority nila yung ibang locations.
Okay.
Right? Parang Philippines is not on top of the list. Medyo nasa mababang listahan nila. But because of the pandemic and yung nakita nila yung savviness also and the potential here in the Philippines, there's more attention. Though, a lot of the investment that we received 2 years ago were for more mature companies. Meaning, hindi pa yung, may gap pa dun sa mga nagsisimula pa lang.
Yeah. So yun nga, that's, I think that's a good thing that you mentioned nga. Kasi, isn't it better nga for a fund or an investor to look at something that's tried and tested already, to put their money into something that is tried and tested?
Yes, but you have to remember also that by the time you invest in something that's tried and tested, mas mahal na siya, technically. Right? Yung ROI mo, right, yung potential for growth is not as big as if you went, kumbaga parang ano na yan parang building lang yan Are you coming in on the ground floor? Or the second floor or third floor and so on? So,
tawag dyan, bargain basement price.
Diba? So, kung nagsimula ka sa ground floor, ibig sabihin nun, kapag pumalo na yan, umabot siya ng penthouse, kasama ka hanggang penthouse. So, yung angat mo, ang laki. Pero kung pumasok ka sa 5th floor, tapos umangat siya hanggang 6th floor, konti lang yung angat mo, no? Hindi naman ibig sabihin na malulugi ka, pero in returns mo, hindi ka tulad kung nagsimula ka dun sa ground floor. And I think, I also talk to Filipino who are angel investors abroad, and they understand the ratios diba? When you're talking about investment, na you have to have a bigger basket, a portfolio, to like any other investment, so that you diversify and spread your risk. And alam nila na for startup investing especially, na, tumaya ka sa 10, isa lang siguro yung magiging successful, 2 lang. Pero, yung tinalo mo dun sa 8 o dun sa 9, bawing-bawi naman dun sa panalo dun sa isa.
Tama.
Right? But that is something that is still not understood by the general because they're very cautious obviously about the resources that they also have. Right? Kasi iba kasi in livelihood nila, so alam na nila yung formula Dito parang inaaral pa lang dito. Right? But we're still hopeful because alam naman natin success begets success di ba? So wala pa tayo yung tinatawag na unicorn dito sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
So once we have something like that, then people are going to say, jumping on the bandwagon and say, bakit hindi ako nakasama sa ganun? Abangan ko na yung susunod para kasama ako dun sa susunod. So we're hopeful. But I think that, as I mentioned, more investors are looking at the Philippines. In fact, I have a group of investors coming in next week.
Okay.
And they are interested in?
And learning more about what's happening here and potentially putting some money in.
Anong yan? Mga countries yan?
Ito, mga Phil-Americans actually.
Phil-Americans.
So they're coming over next week.
Wow.
That's good. Well, yun nga, you mentioned kanina yung unicorn. Siguro, again, for our listeners or our audience nga, ano ibig sabihin ng unicorn?
Yung unicorn is basically, a company or a startup company that is valued at $1 billion. Dollars.
Okay.
So, wala, kaya tinawag na unicorn yan, Kasi, di ba, ang unicorn, mythical creature, right? Nakakabighani, and so on, right? So, everybody aspires to be like that. But it doesn't mean that, kami, naniniwala rin naman kami, na hindi ka kailangan maging unicorn para maging successful, right? Who wouldn't want to be, if you have a whole herd of horses, right? That's not so bad. Then they're not mythical. At least they're growing and they're moving fast, right?
Yeah.
So,
Panalo sa karera.
Panalo din sa karera. So, okay lang din kami sa ganon. Pero what I'm trying to say is that to put like any other ecosystem, if you want to put the Philippines on the map, generally we need to find at least one unicorn.
One unicorn. And right now, Carlo, are you working with any potential unicorn?
Well, hopefully.
Can you tell us, can you share siguro some success stories na or notable alumni from that has come out of your program?
Marami na kasing dumadaan na mga startups sa mga programa namin.
Okay.
Like what I said earlier, meron kaming pang early stage, meron kami pang parang mas mature.
Okay.
Right. So we created unique programs that would cater to all subject to what their needs are. I wouldn't say that there's what they call this, there's just one or two. They're all successful in their own ways. Ako kasi naniniwala rin naman ako, hindi lang naman sa financial statements natin makikita yung success ng negosyo, kundi pati dun sa impact na ginagawa nila on the ground. Sa community, marami ding ganyan na nakakatulong. So, we've had our share. Some are unique and crazy ideas that are moving forward, but some are very practical as well. Like we have a startup that's helping digitize rural banks. Kasi di ba yung rural banks very traditional, one branch, and in order to have a core banking system naka-level ng mga commercial bank, ang laking investment. So this startup is creating the system that can be shared to and white labeled for commercial banks, no?
Yan, pwedeng pasukan yun.
That's Pearl Pay, right?
That's Pearl Pay.
I saw that on your website.
We also have a startup that we're helping out. It's called Nanotronics. Nanotronics is a nanotech company. To simplify it, they harvest and produce nanocrystals from indigenous plants here in the Philippines.
Okay.
And ang nanotechnology, daming application from creation of resins to paint, mas ang dami. But for them, right now, their main focus is creating truly biodegradable packaging. Kasi if you look at po lahat ng ginagamit natin, masalo na sa pagdating sa pagkain, like yung ice cream cone natin na, di ba, yung drumstick, right?
Yung wrapper. Sa labas nun, paper. Sabi nila, recyclable, right? Pero pag binuklat mo yun, sa loob nung wrapper na yun, may plastic film pa rin siya. Laminate.
May laminate. Kasi otherwise, madudurog yung yung papel dahil yung moisture and so on. So
hindi siya talaga 100% biodegradable?
Hindi. So a lot of our packaging are like that. Even when you open a cereal box, for example, yung ating cornflakes yan, loob ng kahon, may plastic. Or even just your typical, punta kayo sa mga sa mga cupboards ninyo, pagbukas yung mga kahon dyan, may plastic. So anyway, because of the nanotechnology, ihahalo lang itong nanotech na to dun sa pag-produce ng packaging sa papel.
Magiging biodegradable.
Pwede mo wala na yung plastic. Pwede nang tanggalan yung plastic.
Ayan ang pwedeng unicorn.
So commerciable siya. So they're working with a lot of multinational companies, not necessarily locally, but with local presence, but more looking at the global market.
Galing, ganda.
So, and
this is a Filipino
scientists couple sila, mag-asawa. Right, very very promising. Then
is the government involved in this project? You've already managed to secure a system or introduce them to...
Yeah, actually, to be honest, it's not necessarily Startup Village was the one to introduce them. Startup Village, on our end, have been actively pushing them to more investors. But they themselves have been working with DOST for quite some time already.
Okay.
So,
ganda yan,
so na-fund na sila ng DOST grant for research and so on. So, marami na silang na tulong from DOST.
Carlo, you also I mean, before the program, you mentioned as well that you're also assisting our government in many ways, right? Can you talk about that? Can you share that with our audience? Yeah. You sit on several committees and boards, right? Helping kickstart the startup ecosystem across the Philippines.
I guess naging bahagi na yan ng buhay ko since 17 years na. From teaching entrepreneurship from a grassroots level with the DTI and even Go Negosyo and so on. Kaibigan natin si former Secretary Mon Lopez.
Okay.
Right? Because of his involvement with Go Negosyo and eventually the government. So kami yung umiikot dati. Nagtuturo from fisher folk to farmers. Natutuwa akong sabihin na-experience ko na makapagturo ng entrepreneurship sa ilalim ng puno ng mangga. Right? Or na pagdaanan ko na yung 15 hours na land travel one way sa para lang magturo ng entrepreneurship ng 2 oras. So ibig sabihin 30 hours yung biyahe para sa 2 oras all over the country, no? So marami tayong tulong na ginagawa with especially DTI over the years, but more recently I've been helping the Department of Information and Communication Technology with their startup fund, and also DOST for their startup grant fund, and for the TBI network, and for the commercialization of some of their researches. So tumutulong lang naman po tayo, hindi naman po official na government employee tayo. We're just trying to help out because naniniwala rin naman kami kailangan din magtulong-tulong kasi otherwise what do you call this? Remember, the success of one is the success of everyone in this case, right? So, and since it's a very young ecosystem, should we say, di ba, na what do you call this? We really need to work hand in hand, right? Ako kasi, I get frustrated, especially kapag ka nagkakaroon ng duplication ng mga programa.
Sayang.
Na naaksayahan ako sa oras, sa panahon. You might as well help na lang, right? Rather than constantly reinventing the wheel.
Pero this is a big thing. Yung Phil-Americans coming in.
Yes.
Malaki yung funding group na yan.
Hopefully that it's actually the first time that they're doing it. Traveling here. And hopefully it'll open
these
the
are
doors.
composed of Filipino Americans or what, in the startup scene in the US?
Some of them are in the investment scene, some of them in the startup scene also. So they have various backgrounds. So
and this is the first time that they're looking into the Philippines.
Hindi naman. What I meant was it's the first time that this particular group is coming to the Philippines.
Loaded yan, malaki yan, ha?
So
you'll be able to kickstart so many startups.
Yes. So we're introducing a few startups with them, but it's never prevented us actually from introducing startups also to counterparts abroad.
Okay.
So we have partnerships with various organizations.
Yeah.
As well.
You mentioned also before the program that you organize what do you call them? Tours to the Silicon Valley, right?
Well, we organize immersion trips.
Immersion trips.
Yeah. So what we do is we take entrepreneurs, startups, teachers, students, government officials, corporate executives, anybody who wants to join. It's open to anybody.
Okay.
And we take you to centers of innovation. Okay. So the first, the flagship area has been Silicon Valley.
Okay.
So when we go to Silicon Valley, we go to companies like Facebook, to Google, to Pinterest, AWS, and so on. But we all know na meron naman Silicon Valley tour talaga. But those are like one-day tours lang na you just, parang Hollywood tour, di ba? Kaway-kaway, ay, bahay ni ganito, ito yung Hollywood mo. Yung
parang hindi ka mababa ng bus.
Hindi ka mababa ng bus. But for us, we call it an immersion trip because when we visit the companies, we don't just take pictures. Kasama na pictures yan, siyempre, then nandun na tayo eh. But we actually have learning sessions with people who work there. So we have learning sessions with Facebook, we have learning sessions with Google, and so on. So that it becomes an immersion trip such that people learn, right, from the actual trip itself.
Yeah.
So instead of visiting 50 companies in a 5-day period,
naka-compress.
We actually just visit around 15 to 18.
Pero may learning sessions.
Pero may learning sessions. And we've been doing this for the past, 6 years? I've done I think maybe like 8 trips. I normally do 2 trips in a year. And the outcomes have been very consistent. In fact, this year, we're planning to expand it to a couple more countries, one of which is Canada.
Okay.
We're trying to align it with a international conference. But following the same perspective, may conference ka na, tapos magbibisita pa tayo sa mga kumpanyang pwede ka matuto.
Paganda.
So we're doing it also with other countries, but hindi ko pa muna i-announce kasi inaayos ko pa.
Okay.
But to be honest, we were supposed to expand the program to 5 other countries in 2020 except the pandemic hit us. So nandun na talaga sa plano yung expand. We're just trying to bring things back, especially post-pandemic.
Is it these immersion trips? Do the Filipino founders or entrepreneurs also get the opportunity to pitch their ideas or share their ideas with these
Depende.
big tech companies?
We also have what they call this meetups and what they call this networking sessions primarily with Filipino communities there. We have counterparts, so may occasions wherein especially the startups who come with us, they're given the opportunity to pitch, right? But you know, it may vary depending on who's available. But there are opportunities like that.
Yeah. Siguro, Carlo, what differentiates Startup Village from other accelerators and incubators out there? Because there's a few, right, in the country right now, and some of these accelerators or incubators are backed up by some of the biggest conglomerates, right, in the country. Because we had Miss Nicole Paterno as a guest.
So Nicole was here.
A few weeks back. Yeah, Vilgro, and she talked about how the Ayalas had their own. I think MVP has his own.
Yeah.
The Janums, right, the Fininvest, they have their own. You know, so I mean, in a way, you're directly or indirectly competing with them, right?
Yeah. We actually work with a lot of these groups also.
Okay.
We're still at that point wherein the ecosystem is so small such that you can't avoid overlaps.
Okay.
And it doesn't make sense to actually compete directly at this point. Why? Because konti right? Kapag ka marami na, tsaka na tayo maglaban. But what differentiates us, I think, we're a very entrepreneurial organization. All of us who are part of the village are entrepreneurs ourselves. So, mas nimble kami, daling gumawa ng mga unique programs like this, and educators also. But also at the same time, to be more specific, I think, aside from being able to develop innovative programs like Engage, we're also the only incubator and accelerator that does a lot of matchmaking from a client perspective. Right?
Marami na kayong kasing
Kasi ang ano po is most of the accelerators, a minimum dyan, you have learning sessions and you have mentorship programs and you matchmake to investors. Minimum yan sa lahat, common denominator yan. But Startup Village, for us, we're the only ones who really actively matchmakes what they call this, the startups to potential clients. We have a program called Project Match where specifically we match the startup with MSMEs. Two-pronged yung approach. MSMEs benefit from digitization and leveling up of their businesses because they're matched to a startup. Startup naman benefits. Why? Because that's traction, that's clients. They can start selling to these MSMEs that they don't.
Bagay na bagay. Valentine's
Valentine's.
Matchmaking. Okay, wait. We'll touch more on that. We just have to go on a commercial break again.
Financial District. Sa gitna ng pandemya, palakasin ang resistensya. Siguraduhin ang 7 hanggang 8 oras na tulog. Kumain ng masustansya at manalangin. Isang paalala mula sa MX3. Be extraordinary with MX3.
Ako si Don Qua, 63 years old.
Para sa mayong ka-bloom sa kahamot, testingan ang Charm Fabric Conditioner.
Charm Fat-Con, bagong kumaka-bloom. Charm Fat-Con, gamit ay may bangon ng salibong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner with Stay Fresh Technology. Bayo nga ka-bloom sa kahamot.
Charm Fat-Con, bagong kumaka-bloom. Charm Fat-Con, gamit ay may bangon ng salibong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
Pride Bar, hindi lang basta puti, kundi puti nga gahining.
Kung nilabhan sa Pride Bar Blue, ang puti nga bayo, mangin.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Sa Pride Bar Blue, pwede nga hindi na ako maglugong, anyel o bleach. Kaya ang Pride Bar Blue may power whitener nga nagasuksok sa kada hibla. Gani ang bayo kis na puti, kag mahalong pa sa kamot.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Pride Bar Blue with power whitener. Hindi lang puti, kisla puti. Pride Bar, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Ang buhay ay masaya pag ang hugasin ay easy, lalo na sa masebong kaldero at kawali.
Kaya mag-smart dishwashing paste, pang heavy-duty hugasin.
Ang galing, galing, galing.
Smart!
Yan ang smart dishwashing.
May double tanggaling formula, tanggal galingan sebo at bakterya. Kaya ang Smart #1 dishwashing paste.
Ang galing, galing, galing.
Smart!
Yan ang smart dishwashing.
Smart dishwashing paste, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified, world-class quality.
Sa panahon ngayon, kau ba'y sigurado? Kau ba'y protektado? Ang pamilya ay i-shield mo.
Laban sa bakterya,
I-shield mo.
laban ng pati virus,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Patay ang 99.9% of bacteria and virus tested. Bilib ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association.
sa sakit protektado,
I-shield mo.
pamilya'y protektado,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
Si Mommy at si Washing Machine believe sa Pride Washing Machine Detergent.
Hello, Washi!
Hello, Mommy!
Laundry day na naman! Ready ka na sa mancha, chocolate, putik, libag?
Kaya yan ang Pride Washing Machine Detergent. May triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
all you need is pride, all you need is pride.
Pride Detergent, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
Para di madaling masira ang ngipin ng pamilya, ngayon pa lang,
Unique toothpaste for brushing every after kumain.
dahil ang unique toothpaste may Max Protect formula.
Ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protektado pa.
Helps stop cavities even before they start, while keeping breath fresh with regular use.
Unique toothpaste for brushing para siguraduhin ngipin ay Max Alaga, Max Protektado pa. Unique
Max Alaga, Max Protectado with unique toothpaste maximum fluoride protection. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Always remember, sa paglinis, pakintabin ang sahig. Mrs. Star Wax, Wax. Kitang na to the max.
Star Wax, ang #1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Pasyahan man sa tubig, balikining ang sa loob.
Star Wax, Wax. Kitang na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
BYKB Radio
Higit pang pababain sa 51.1% sa 2028. Target din itong bawasan ng deficit to GDP ratio sa 3% sa 2028 at mapanatiling mataas ang paggasta sa infrastruktura sa 5 hanggang 6% ng GDP taon-taon. Noong nakaraang taon, ang mga garantisadong obligasyon ay tumaas ng 11.1 billion pesos hanggang 399.5 billion pesos. Sinabi ng DOF na ito ay dahil sa net availing ng domestic guarantees at ang net effect ng currency fluctuations na nagpataas o nagpapataas ng halaga ng external guarantees. Samantala, inilunsad ng Alaska Milk Corporation at DNG Pacific Corp o corporation ng multi-layered plastic upcycling facility na naglalayong mangolekta at mag-upcycle ng higit sa 3 metriko tonelada ng single-use plastic bawat araw. Sa pamamagitan ng upcycling facility, ang plastic na pang-isahang gamit ay kinokolekta at ginagawang mga tabla na maaring magamit muli sa paggawa ng muebles o bilang materyales sa konstruksyon. Samantala, ang repurpose ay itinatag upang tanggapin ang mga karapatan at obligasyon na patakbuhin ng ang multi-layered plastic upcycling facility. At para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882am.com at sundan ang aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIZ. Ito po si Kim Gomez.
DWIZ Balita ngayon!
DWIZ
Financial District.
Carlo, yung binanggit mo kanina, di ba, bumabiyahe ka, tumutulong ka sa mga kababayan nga natin na magturo ng, pag-start ng business or kickstart their entrepreneurship journey, di ba? Startup Village, kayo, what are you guys doing to, help yung startup sa mga rural areas natin, mga provincial areas. Kasi most of the time kasi, tama to, di ba? Mostly it's coming from the urban cities, di ba? Yung mga highly urbanized cities. Paano naman yung mga
nasa
rural areas? Oh.
To be honest, yun yung isa yun sa mga pangarap natin to level the playing field by creating all of these opportunities also for our friends and equally talented people coming from the provinces.
Okay.
So, fortunately also, since I work with a lot of government agencies, especially the ICT and the OST, and even DTI, we're fortunate to be able to be given the opportunity to also provide mentorship and guidance to our counterparts in the provinces. But also, kami naman, the doors are always open for anybody to come in and join any of our programs, whether you're in Manila or whatnot. But the good thing also is that I'd like to think that we also help in contributing towards supporting local ecosystems kasi as part of the DOST technical panel approving grants for the technology business incubators that are university based all around the country, there's already around 50 plus already present, university based all over the country, including the
that are encouraging students
to become entrepreneurs.
Encouraging students, but also guiding them, and even incorporating also some young professionals also coming from the area to also participate in the program.
Yeah.
So
yes, I'm just interested. Yung biyahe mo 15 hours pabalik, saan lugar yan? At saka rural areas pa ito tayo.
Ano yun? Well, at that time, it was Sagada yata yun.
Oh, okay.
Pero
Subian pa, so Ifugao pa yun.
So land trip yun. 15 hours plus actually one way. So one day just to travel, then the second day yung actual session, which was in the afternoon. Then yung biyahe pabalik the following day.
Mga coffee farmers siya, hindi naman.
Halo-halo po eh. So essentially 3 days just for 2 hours. 2-3 hours. So malayo-layo din.
It's maganda yan because the rural men folk, they are now interested in this business.
Correct,
You are able to do that. Sharing your blessing.
Yes, that's right. Startup Village naman, what are you doing to help promote diversity naman in the startup scene? Kasi we learned from Nicole Paterno, our previous guest, na there are not enough women entrepreneurs or not enough women starting their own businesses.
Actually, I guess you just have to qualify it from what perspective. From a startup perspective, hindi pa ganun karami yung women founders. From a startup perspective.
Yes.
But if you look at it from an entrepreneurship perspective, from a negosyante perspective, marami tayong women entrepreneurs dito sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
Yung from a traditional, kung babalansin natin traditional versus yung typical Kapag pinag-uusapan natin yung traditional. Marami. In fact, with some of our programs, when we're helping digitize MSMEs, our ratio yata of women owned companies or women-led companies na MSMEs is like what, 65% are actually women participating in those.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, so, but from a startup perspective, mababa pa yung ratio.
Okay.
But it's not so bad pa rin naman, right? But we still encourage, what do you call this, more participation. Hindi naman tayo, hindi naman natin pinagkakaila yung path na to sa mga ating, sa women. But there are actually more women entrepreneurs. In fact, we jokingly say this before na, even when we look at the traditional structure of what do you call this in the rural areas, sino ba yung umaani, di ba? Yung lalaki ang nagpa-plow ng fields, siya yung nangingisda and so on.
Yep.
Right? Pagkatapos na kunin lahat yun, anong ginagawa niya? Binibigay niya sa misis niya. So yung misis niya yung nag-record, nag-inventaryo, yung misis niya yung nagbebenta, yung misis niya yung nagpapackage and so on. Right? So ano yung lalaki? Di ba yung lalaki, labor? Operations. Yung babae, siya talaga yung negosyante, di ba? We jokingly say that, but di ba, it's true. It's typical structure ng masalan sa probinsya, di ba? Ang talagang nagnenegosyo, nagbabantay pa nung kinikita at binibenta. Yung babae, hindi yung lalaki.
Tama.
So,
yeah. You mentioned nga kanina you're helping many MSMEs digitize. Can you explain that in further detail?
Sure.
Finer detail?
Nung tinamaan tayo ng pandemic, na-realize namin because I mentioned I teach, di ba? And I had sessions na on digitization, digital marketing and so on. And since I'm with the startup scene, syempre to help the startups na tinutulungan natin, marami akong ginagawang examples sa laking lecture. Nakakatuwa naman dahil kasi pagdating ng question and answer, wala akong masyadong question tungkol dun sa lecture ko. Mas marami akong questions tungkol dun sa startups. Sino sila? Kamusta ba sila? Meron palang ganun? Paano sila makontak and so on. Nung tinamaan tayo ng pandemya, na-realize ko, sandali lang, may opportunity dito. Kasi may gusto naman ng MSMEs na maging digital. Hindi lang nila alam kung paano.
Okay.
And hindi nila kilala itong mga startups na to. And on the flip side, yung mga startups naman, gusto magbenta sa mga MSME, pero wala silang network, wala silang budget, limited na resources to be able to sell to them.
Yep.
So, nagkataon that during that time, I was in contact with USAID and there was a call for proposals to address the needs of MSMEs
in the Philippines
during the pandemic.
Okay.
Right. So, we came up with a proposal and basically what we came up with was, it's a project, it's called Project Match.
Okay.
So, Project Match is a marketplace and resource platform where you would have MSMEs and startups get matched together. So it's like your Lazada or Shopee, yung mga e-commerce sites, but instead of finding yung mga gadgets na binibenta, yung mga damit, yung typical goods na binibili natin, ang makikita mo doon listing ng mga startups na pinapakita nila doon kung ano yung mga produkto at servisyo na binibenta nila.
Yep.
And doon sila madidiscover ng mga MSMEs. Now, alam din naman natin na hindi automatic yung paggamit ng MSME ng bago. So, we needed to come up with another section on that platform to educate the MSME. And that's why we created a program called Certified Digital Negosyo.
Certified Digital Negosyo. Ano yun?
So, yung Certified Digital Negosyo recognizes yung mga MSMEs na naging digital. But how do we recognize them? So, ang ginawa namin, we made the MSME go through a 2-day program featuring 8 sessions. Yung first session ako, Intro to Digitization. Then the 7 sessions are done by startups that we have pre-selected.
Ayun.
These startups will talk about anything from related to what is e-commerce, what is what do you call this, online payments, what's an e-wallet, basic, nothing, wag na natin pag-usapan yung theory. usapang practical lang. So, ano yung mga best practices, ano yung mga tips and tricks, kung ano yung mga katulong sa mga negosyo. After the mini lecture, meron silang mentoring session with the startup. And then it ends with a mini workshop. Yung mini workshop is a sign-up workshop. How to use the startup's platform for free. So now, pagkatapos ng programa, you now have 7 digital tools given to the MSME for free for 3 to 6 months. Bakit namin nagawa yun? Kasi, di ba ang MSME, mas lalo na, kapag kausapang gastusan, ayun ang gumastos, hindi pa nasusubukan. So in this case, we get the MSME to use it, right, by signing up for free, right, then so that they can experience it para after nun, makita nilang okay sa kanila. Tuloy-tuloy na yun. Kung ayaw nila, di discontinue nila. Right? So, in essence, we were able to match, we have helped over 1,400 MSMEs.
1,400 MSMEs?
In a span of 8 months.
8 months?
Matching them to 120 plus startups na go to market. And we were able to help through learning sessions over 6,000 individuals in a span of 8 months.
Wow. But can you again tell us, cite siguro a specific example of an MSME nga that through your program I was able to digitize, tapos lumago yung negosyo further. Pero before you answer that, we need to go on a commercial break again.
Financial District.
Ang mag-ipon ngayon, ang unang hakbang para sa inyong magandang kinabukasan. Kung nais mong matulungan sa pagpaplano ng inyong kinabukasan at ng inyong pamilya, bumisita sa Fortune Life website, www.fortunelife.com. Siguraduhin i-like at i-follow ang kanilang Facebook page at Instagram account. I-search lamang ang Fortune Life PH. Fortune Life, securing your tomorrow, today. Pilipinas, ngayon na! Pinangungunahan ni dating Press Undersecretary Robert T. Rivera at ni Lady Eliza, winner of the 2022 Radio and Online Host of the Year Award mula sa Asia Pacific Luminaire Awards sa kanilang segment na Oh My Arms. It's culture, health, and wellness, business at iba pa. Tuwing Lunes at Miyerkules, 1:00 hanggang 2:00 ng hapon. Pilipinas, ngayon na! Ngayong pandemya, alagaan ang kalusugan. Uminom ng 8 hanggang 12 baso ng tubig at regular na mag-ehersisyo. Huwag kalimutang magsuot ng face mask at face shield kung lalabas. At ipatupad ang 1 hanggang 2 metrong distancing. Isang paalala mula sa MX3. Be extraordinary with MX3.
I am Rene Salud, ang inyong fashion designer to the world. Believe ako sa MX3, kaya umiinom ako ng MX3.
Ako si Manong Pastor Don Qua. Sa buhay ko, mahalaga ang MX3. Believe ako sa MX3, kaya ako'y umiinom ng MX3.
I'm Kathy Solis. I'm a believer of MX3. Noon pa man, believe ako sa MX3, kaya ako'y umiinom ng MX3.
MX3 is locally recognized, award-winning, internationally. Be extraordinary with MX3.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Aliw Broadcasting Corporation is in need of social media content creators responsible for researching and turning content ideas into videos, images, infographics, and text captions. Ability to work with creative tools like Adobe. Proven experience in creating engaging content on different social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Extensive knowledge of the popular social media platforms with deep interest in current social media trends is required for this job. Graduate of Multimedia Arts, English, Marketing, Journalism, or Mass Communication. The Human Resources Department is available to accept walk-in applicants from Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Bring your comprehensive resume and other credentials to Aliw Broadcasting Corporate Office, located at the 5th floor, City State Center, 709 Shaw Boulevard, Pasig City.
Gumising kasama ang mga bagong-bagong mga balita. Gumising kasama ang mga bagong-bagong impormasyon. Hahataw na, aarangkada na. Kaya tayo na. Dahil buhay na ang mga dugo ng mga taong maagang gumising. Isisigaw na ang sigaw ng sambayanan. DWIZ Pinoy Gising! Kasama ang opisyal na gisingero ng bayan. Gising ang kahit na sino. Kasama si Drew Nasino. Live sa DWIZ Radio. DWIZ Regional Integrated News Nationwide. Live din sa Facebook at YouTube. Panoorin din ang live sa Aliw 23. Tayo na! Aba, umaga na! DWIZ Pinoy Gising! Araw-araw gising! Monday to Friday, 5 a.m. DWIZ Financial District.
Yes, we're back. Yun nga, Carlo, before we went on commercial break, yung tinatanong nga natin, can you cite nga, or cite in finer detail nga, yung mga MSMEs na lumago yung negosyo because of yung digitization efforts nyo nga ng Startup Village?
So, marami kaming natulungan na MSMEs digitize especially kasi yung mga hinahanap ng mga MSME na ito is more of go-to-market, being able to sell to other locations beyond their own locations.
Okay.
Logistics especially, masalo na ngayon na very in demand yung e-commerce and so on. And at the same time, you'll be surprised. Marami pa rin sa kanila interesado to learn more about financial management, bookkeeping, tax payments, and so on, which is great. Pero yung isang example na parati ako natutuwa is nitong nakaraang taon, meron kaming minatch na agri-tech na startup sa isang iba't ibang grupo ng agri association at saka cooperatives. Right? Yung isang pinakilala natin na kooperatiba galing sa Region 11.
Okay.
Right? Sa Davao Region.
Davao Region. Yeah.
They're banana producers.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yung saging natin last year, may nagkasakit yung mga puno. So yung bunga, may konting dapis lang ng may itim na konti. Okay yun naman
Spots.
May spot lang siya.
Blemish.
May blemish. Ay, alam naman natin sa international market, pihikan di ba? Bawal yung ganon. So,
hindi tatanggapin.
Hindi nakatanggap-tanggap, so hindi mabenta.
Okay.
So ano nangyayari kapag ganun? Kung hindi mabenta internationally, syempre projections na yan, di ba? Lugi ka, bakit? Kailangan mo ngayon ibagsak na patalo pa.
Okay.
Kasi magkakaroon ng oversupply naman sa local market.
Okay.
So maganda sa nangyari dito, pinakilala namin dun sa agri-tech startup na siya, farm to business, meaning siya yung kumukuha ng mga produkto ng mga farmers, tapos ina-aggregate niya, binibenta niya sa mga hotel, sa restaurant, sa supermarket.
So wala naman tinatamaan.
So in fact, anong nangyari doon? Nung nagkakilala sila, then and there, sinabi nung startup, sige, lahat nung tama-tama may kliyente kami dito sa Luzon. Kunin ko na lahat nung saging mo, which is equivalent to a container load, roughly around estimated mga 6 million to 9 million market worth, right? Biling ko na yan, right? Okay. Then and there, right? So, dun pa lang, nakatulong na tayo sa dalawang bahagi. Yung startup kasi, nakakuha na siya ng supply, napabenta naman niya dun sa mga karap na ngailangan.
Okay.
Ito namang agri association, hindi lugi. May bumili na kanyang produkto. And to be honest, that's just one of the more specific success story of that one trip alone, that one match. They were further matched to siguro mga 5 other commodity products. Dun pa lang. Panimula pa lang yun. And that's just the first order.
Yeah.
So,
sana you could do that for sibuyas as well.
Sayang,
Yeah. So, talagang they're different talaga in Startup Village because not only yun nga are they validating, coaching, and mentoring, they're also matchmaking.
Kupido kami, tama-tama, Valentine's month, diba? Kupido
Yeah, yun nga, we're nearing the end of our program, Carlos. Siguro, yeah. First siguro, I mean, one, ano yung mga plano mo siguro for Startup Village in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you see yourself going and your team? And then, of course, before we go nga, sana you can also are you open to our audience contacting you, yung mga entrepreneur dyan or aspiring entrepreneur, you know, and how will they reach out to you?
Sure. So, well, how do they reach us first, no? So, tama-tama dun sa mga nakikinig sa atin at nanonood. Our next cohort is actually starting nitong March.
Okay.
So, if you want to join the gift, which is what we call the incubation program,
okay,
just reach out to us. Hanapin niyo po kami sa Facebook. So, just you'll see the posters there and you can send us a message there so you can join us. Okay. We're gonna be doing an introductory class this coming February. So, yeah, happy for you to join us. Even for Engage, so that's open naman to the public. Whoever wants to join. The youngest participant that we've had was 15 years old.
Wow!
Kasama niya daddy niya, so nakakatuwa na naka-join siya. And now he's in university now.
Okay.
And he's already thinking of what startup to start.
Wow. So open rin siya sa mga bata.
Basta may parental guidance.
May parental. Basta may parental
kasi
guidance.
Mahirap na ako yung magbabantay. Wala akong magbabantay sa biyahe. So, ano yung plano namin sa Startup Village? So, we're growing our programs, expanding the programs, engage aside from Silicon Valley, also looking at other countries. Canada na yung kasunod. At the same time, we want to also expand the village to other locations. So, creating more villages.
Okay.
So, we're also open to that. And yeah,
when you say other villages in Cebu,
in
Davao, yung mga
even in non-key locations.
Okay.
Pero magkakaroon ng strategic presence. And we're basically ramping up on the team also.
Okay.
Kasi medyo lumalawak na yung programa. We're trying to expand Project Match also.
Wow.
So that we can help more MSMEs and
You can tap
startups.
the financial district,
Yes.
Thank you. So, so yun.
We
yun
have
po.
the website.
Yeah.
We have the
And
power. The linking.
Yeah, we're willing to help nga in your mission.
Thank you. So, yun, we want to create more villages because naniniwala kami, as our tagline says, diba? It takes a village to raise a startup.
Okay. Wow.
So,
on that note,
well, maraming salamat, Carlo, again, and we
Thank you
hope
very
to
much.
have you back on the program again.
Of course.
Thanks
Happy
for spending your Sunday with us.
Thank you for having me.
our pleasure.
Financial District. Nagbabalita, naglilingkod sa lahat ng Pilipino. Aliw Broadcasting Corporation sa Metro at Mega Manila at buong bansa. Ito ang 882 DWIZ. Noon hanggang ngayon, 73 taon nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Karambola nationwide na! Napapakinggan na sa iba't ibang bahagi ng bansa
ang pagbangon sang ekonomiya dako nga faktor sa pagtibong sa atong pungsod sa pagkatubang sang ginatawag na new normal kapag amat-amat mawi kag panas sa mga kahalitan tugas ang global pandemic nga coronavirus disease 2019 ukon COVID-19. Kaupo ninyo ang RPN DYKB Radyo Rondo Bacolod 1404 kHz AEM sa panibago nga pagbukas sa mga negosyo kag turismo, pag-promote sang basic health protocols para mapasiguro ang proteksyon sang aton ikayong lawas. Bangon Pilipinas sa bagong pag-asa. Advertise with us in a reasonable and flexible range. Sa bagong digital transmitter, ang RPN DYKB Radyo Rondo Bacolod sa matinlo kang mapaskog nga tunog mabatian sa mga areas ng Palawan, Mindoro, Panay, Guimaras, Negros Occidental, Negros Oriental, Cebu kag pinakabahin sang Mindanao. Kaupo nyo kami sa pagkatubang sa new normal para sa inyo nga mga advertising needs. Mag-contact lang sa telepono 458-8015. We are not the number one, but we are the alternative.
Ini si Ronda Bert Cabalfin, nag-aagda sa inyo nga magpamati sa Ronda Serbisyo. Tag sa kadomingo nga adlaw, alas 4 sang hapon, dili lamang sa RPN DYKB 1404 kHz, ang Radyo Ronda sang Bacolod.
Ini si Ronda Renante dong Rambo Malaay, nagaagda sa inyo nga pagpamati sa Rondahanay sa Barangay. Tagsa kadomingo nga adlaw, alas 10, tuktob alas 11 ang takna sang aga. Diri lamang sa RPN DYKB 1404 kHz, ang Radyo Ronda sang Bacolod.
Ini si Ronda Glenn Makiling Tuba, nagaagda sa inyo nga magpamati sa Radyo Ronda Balita. Tagsa ka alas 6 sang aga, Lunes tugto Biyernes nga adlaw, kabahin sang Merkado Publiko ni Ronda Week Merkado. Diri lamang sa RPN DYKB 1404 kHz, ang Radyo Ronda sang Bacolod.
Cool updated news, information, issues, public service, entertainment, negosyo, ekonomiya kag manamo pa ang trip niyong pamatian. Ari na ang Labay-Labay sa Labay.